What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including crazy plans for night one of WrestleMania. Is The Rock now a heel? Rikishi breaks his silence on the WrestleMania change. Bret Hart embarrassed by Vince McMahon. Is this another sign that Vince is being erased? A former WWE superstar suffering from multiple health problems, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at the fallout from the Vegas press conference. Atop of today's news is a fallout from WrestleMania 40's kickoff press conference. Our fans are still talking about what happened, as please be sure to check out our recent video on the press conference for more details and what it means for the rest of the road to WrestleMania. But first, let's look at crazy plans for night one of WrestleMania. Now that Cody Rhodes has chosen Roman Reigns as his opponent for WrestleMania 40 and The Rock seems aligned with Roman Reigns, there is speculation that Seth Rollins will team up with Cody Rhodes on night one of Mania to take on The Rock and Roman Reigns. Bryan Alvarez tweeted about this, saying, "It appears that Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth could be the night one main event, and Cody versus Roman for the undisputed title as night two main event. And then Seth versus whoever wins Elimination Chamber." Honestly, at 51 years old, Rock in a tag match is a way better option. Now, some fans think that this match could take place at Elimination Chamber, but it would seem odd booking a match that big just 2 weeks ahead of the show. If the WWE does book a tag team match, it's a good way to ease The Rock back into the squared circle, lessen the chance of injuries and hide any ring rust. If the tag match does happen, it doesn't preclude a future Rock vs Roman match. Indeed, some fans believe the apparent Rock-Roman partnership won't last long, or is just a sham by The Rock. Next up, what about Seth? One of the more interesting aspects of the press conference was Seth Rollins' appearance and how he was treated like a complete afterthought. Seth was not presented in a favourable light, and Roman Reigns talked over Seth, making the World Heavyweight Champion look, dare we say it, like a jabroni. While that may be part of the setup for a Rock Roman vs Seth Cody tag match, Dave Meltzer is reporting, the belief is that Rollins will defend against the winner of the men's chamber match on that same show, but such a match has not been announced. As some fans have pointed out, it doesn't seem like a smart move to book Rollins, who is dealing with a torn MCL and torn meniscus, into 2 matches on one night. However, fans shouldn't rule out a Rollins dropping the World Heavyweight Championship before then. Whatever the case, it seems like Rollins fans are justified in being upset with the way Rollins, who has quickly established the World Heavyweight Championship as the WWE's most prestigious belt, is being treated so poorly. Now, hopefully this is just the start of a bigger storyline, because Rollins' WWE contract is believed to expire in 2024, and he may express any displeasure by signing with any other promotion. Next up, is The Rock now a heel? One of the biggest questions coming from last night's press conference is whether The Rock has turned heel. While he's apparently aligned with Roman Reigns, the case can be made that he's doing so out of family loyalty. Indeed, The Rock played up the Bloodline's dominance in wrestling, calling the Anoa'i family the only royal family in wrestling. But what did The Rock say that WWE actually bleeped out? After The Rock said that there might be a problem, which Triple H actually said, "You're crossing the effing line," when The Rock was heading out of the arena, The Rock actually mentioned it. "It's not out of line. Have him talk about it. If you don't fix it, I will. Have him talk about our family again, and I'll slap the effing teeth out of his mouth." Then The Rock stormed off before Reigns added, "You're lucky we were here." However, does this make The Rock a heel? While the WWE hasn't blurred the lines between babyfaces and heel as it did during the Attitude Era, it could be making an exception here. There are different schools of thought on whether the WWE was forced to turn The Rock heel, assuming he's now a heel, due to the fan backlash over Cody apparently giving The Rock his Mania spot against Roman, or whether this was the plan all along. Dave Meltzer analyzed The Rock's segment during the press conference, saying, "The idea that Johnson would be upset with the booking didn't make sense to me, because in all discussions I've had with him, he was always about a loud reaction and fine if it was cheering or booing. More because of his grandmother being a promoter, his father being paid based on the gate, and he himself being paid on the gate as both a wrestler and a movie star. It didn't matter what business was being discussed. The idea of what is the gate, attendance, and breaking records was always what he talked about." Meltzer even commented on the Wrestling Observer newsletter, "The goal with The Rock acting like he was perplexed with the boos, pretending they weren't happening, and doing his usual shtick was to build to his heel turn and shock people when he sided with Roman Reigns. Did you think that this was the WWE's plan all along, or did it change course to correct a potential problem with its WrestleMania plans? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Rikishi breaks his silence on the WrestleMania change. As mentioned, the press conference has fans in shock, but they're not the only ones, as former WWE superstar Rikishi tweeted, "What just happened?" Or, "What just happened?" While Rikishi is likely doing what most wrestlers do, work the fans to further a storyline, his post reflects the complete confusion over where things are going and the excitement it's generating. Whether fans like the latest storyline direction or loathe it, they're talking about it and what we've seen so far, buying tickets or tuning in to see what's next. As long as wrestling fans are talking about the storyline and staying tuned, the WWE doesn't care as long as the money keeps coming in. Meltzer noted in this week's Observer that there are a myriad of stories going around behind the scenes. We've been told, as most insiders, many things that contradict each other, so the absolute truth is pretty much impossible to decipher. It's a very exciting time to be a WWE fan. You can be sure we'll keep you updated on the latest developments. Next up, Bret Hart is embarrassed by Vince McMahon. Bret Hart is sharing his thoughts on the allegations made against Vince McMahon and Janelle Grant's lawsuit. Hart spent many years in the WWE and grew close to Vince McMahon. Despite Hart's unceremonious exit at 97 Survivor Series, the excellence of execution found a way to patch things up with Vince. However, Hart has changed his opinion of Vince, telling Slate.com, "I don't think that this is the only incident of this kind of predatory behavior. I think you'll find it's everywhere in WWE. It's like Jeffrey Dahmer, Harvey Weinstein, or Jeffrey Epstein. Vince will be a joke. He'll be used for humor and you'll shake your head at the shock value of some joke about what did Vince do. He'll always be associated with this story, especially as he gets bigger and bigger and bigger." While the allegations have not been proved or disproved in court or admitted by McMahon, they've affected Hart deeply. Always had respect for him. Now it's tainted. I'm embarrassed that I thought so highly of him. I think despite all the issues I've ever had with Vince, I know deep down I always respected him. But now, knowing what kind of weirdo he became, I have absolutely zero respect for him. I do not think I could ever shake his hand if he extended it. Too creepy. It'll be interesting to see whether Vince's supporters such as John Cena, The Undertaker or Ric Flair comment on the allegations. Next up, another sign that Vince is being erased. Did Michael Cole help erase Vince McMahon from Wrestlemania history? Well, that's the question some fans are asking after Cole told his friend and color commentator Pat McAfee that McAfee is undefeated at Wrestlemania, a record Michael Cole also holds. However, Cultahawk noted in a post, McAfee lost to McMahon at Wrestlemania 38. However, some fans view the McMahon-McAfee, which was booked on the spot, as an unsanctioned and thus unofficial bout. So should fans read too much into Cole's comments, or is this another sign that WWE is erasing Vince McMahon from WWE history? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Becky Lynch discusses WWE future. What's next for the man Becky Lynch now that her WWE contract is ending in June of 2024? The man recently spoke with Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp saying, "That's just what you do. I think more than anything, it's about deciding what the future looks like. What is the best avenue for the future? What are the goals and what do you want to achieve? Then make your decisions intelligently." And Becky Lynch should be in a strong bargaining position. She's become one of WWE's top superstars, male or female, and continues to find ways to entertain the fans in the ring. Lynch has also gained some mainstream publicity with small TV roles, and her upcoming memoir could increase her mainstream exposure. AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling would be interested in her, and WWE will likely do everything within reason to keep her in the company. Next up, a WWE superstar suffering multiple health problems. There's terrible news to report concerning former WWE superstar Virgil. Virgil's fellow superstar Tatanka recently posted an update on Virgil's health via Instagram. Got a message from a friend that Virgil is not doing good and has had several strokes. There is power in prayer. Everyone come together please and say a prayer for Virgil. If it was you, you would want the same. We're all imperfect human beings on this journey called life. Virgil has been going through health problems for some time. As Wrestling News noted, in 2022 he revealed he suffered 2 strokes and he was diagnosed with dementia. A month later he announced that he was diagnosed with stage 1 gastrointestinal cancer. And we send our thoughts and prayers to Virgil as he deals with these medical issues. And finally, Shelton Benjamin returning to the ring. Last but not least, Shelton Benjamin fans take note as the Gold Standard, who was released from WWE in September 2023, is returning to the ring this May for a major match. Wrestling News reports, Prestige Wrestling has announced that Benjamin will wrestle Josh Alexander at the LA Alive or Just Breathing event on Thursday, May 16th from the Vermont Hollywood in LA. As they noted in their report, Josh Alexander is a top star in TNA, so this is a must-see match for fans of either wrestler. Do you guys think that Shelton will sign with the wrestling company or take his time and work on the indie scene? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.